What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Chris with my guy Clarence. And we're gonna talk about the Chiefs and the Raiders last night. We're also gonna get into the Buffalo game. Let's talk Chiefs.
Go.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to win him early, hear the truth. Tune in every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chiefs podcast, bringing all the news. If you miss the play, come back for reviews. Chris style. Out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. We here on a victory Tuesday after getting a dub against the Raiders. That's always a beautiful thing. Before we get into that, what's up, Clarence?
What's up with it, dog?
Nah, man, feeling good, bro.
Yes, sir.
Coming off this dub, it always feels good when you get a dub against the Raiders, man.
Absolutely.
So now, before we get into that, we always got to give a shout out to every morning quarterback. Shout out to them, man. Go down to this website, emqpodcast.com /locker dash room. If you go to that website, you can see all kinds of podcasts. There's a Patriots one, a 49ers one, a few other ones, and there's also a Chiefs one, ours, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. You can click on there, get all our episodes. Check us out. Also, check out their website. They have their own podcast, Every Morning Quarterback. They cover everything league wide. I also have, a betting podcast where they talk about different bets for the week. So check them out. Give them a shout out, give them a holler. So let's get into it, Clarence, man. Like I said, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Raiders 30-29. Was a comeback from a 17-point deficit. It was almost looking reminiscent of the Colts game. They were kind of slow footing around, kind of dragging their feet. Didn't look like they was up, which is kind of crazy because it's Monday Night Football. Arrowhead is going crazy. It's not, it's different from going to Indianapolis and you're not at home. So you're at home, crowd is packed, everybody's excited. Monday Night Football, and it just seemed like they was kind of going through the motions. Raiders come out, smacking us in the mouth. They get to a 17-point lead on us. Then finally, some things happened. We finally started getting going. A questionable, I would say, where it turned out was the questionable roughing the passer call. And we'll get into that in a minute. We ain't gonna harp on that right now. But but the roughing the passing call, I think, swung the momentum, not just with the team, but with the crowd. I felt like when the crowd, they all came together and showed their unison of how they felt about that call. And from that point on, it just seemed like once the Chiefs got that momentum, it just swung in their way. Second half played way much better. Came out, changed some things protection wise because in the second half, Max Crosby and Jones they weren't getting off like they were in the first half on Patrick. They was giving the tackles, Wiley and Brown, and we'll get into them in a minute. But Wiley and Brown, they was giving them problems. And and Patrick, he really didn't have time to throw the football like he wanted to. A lot of times he had to escape the pocket earlier than he wanted to. So it was a tale of two halves. As the offense and defense the defense played better in the second half. Offense played better with a few breakdowns in coverage, but you're going to get there with Devontae Adams versus some rookies.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to kill them too much for that because these are young guys playing arguably the best receiver in the league. So he's gonna have his tricks in his bag to fool them and get them off their kilter. So all in all, I felt like the Chiefs do what they always do, and that was the question coming into this season. Can the Chiefs because we're used to them being down long deficits and coming back. But will they be able to do that when they don't have a Tyreek Hill who can take a ball 60 yards who could flip a game just like that? Can they do it without him? And they showed they can come back from a big deficit and still go within the game plan. Use with these receivers, with Travis Kelce, with MVS, with Juju and McCole, and whatever the hot hand is in the running game, whether it be CH, McKinnon, or Pacheco, whoever's a hot hand, that's what they're gonna roll with. Tell me, what did you see in the game?
I mean, as far as offensively, like I think this is the makeup of this squad. It's gonna be who is that second and third option behind Travis each week.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in their zone enough? Which guy is the defense trying to fall back on and not giving too much pressure towards, or trying as many looks. And last night you saw it was MVS, you saw it was Jared being able to get that running game going. Like we had hopes of Clyde being able to swerve like he did against Tampa, but this game plan has to be ever evolving and ever changing, because you go and you look at it, like the Raiders knew Clyde was going to be that guy on the ground again. I'm pretty sure they was probably uncertain about Pacheco and his usage rate yesterday, but obviously they looked at it and said they're strong if
Hold on, Clarence.
For 53 yards, like in most offenses, is going to be 15, 16 carries. But in this offense, primarily it's week to week is going to be 7, 8 carries per back. You know what I'm saying? To get that ground game rolling, because that's all you really going to need out of this offense when you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes back there. Like I said, and MVS stepping up, you know what I'm saying? Next week, it'll probably be Justin Watson, or it could be Cup. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's so evolving, and that's the beauty of it, because when Reek was here, it was Tyreek, it was Travis, it was an occasional Pringle, you know what I'm saying? Like, but primarily it was 10 and 87.
Right.
So now having that ability to say we have more weapons and we can kill you with a million different options just to get back to 87. You know what I'm saying? What it's going to be each week. I heard some comments about the secondary, and my whole thing is it's good for this young secondary to grow through what they're growing through. And notice I said grow, not going, because you're playing man coverage primarily against arguably either 1A or 1B, depending on how you rank them at wide receiver in the league, dog.
Right.
To take them lumps against a Devontae, to see some of that crafty veteran experience from a Devontae, and know you're not going to switch up personnel from what you've been doing all OTAs, minicamp, training camp, to say, okay, well, tonight we're going to switch it up, and have Fenton play on the opposite side of what he's been playing. That changes the boundaries. That changes a lot and throws off a lot of shit in that secondary. So let it go through those lumps. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, we already know Fenton is gonna get cooked on some of them routes. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how he struggled in the past against bigger, longer rangey wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? But I think overall, you know what I'm saying, it was just about having that championship pedigree to say we can weather this storm of being down 17. The point is at what point can we get back into it? At what point can we find the things that we can do to gain success against this team tonight in order to get back into this game? It wasn't a doubt of when they were going to make that run. You know what I'm saying? They got Patrick. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make that run. The key is how much time and when they are able to make that run, and is it going to be too late? You know what I'm saying? It just so happened last night it wasn't too late.
Right. Yeah. The secondary, like I said, I'm not too worried about the secondary. They're young. They had to take their lumps.
Mhm.
Trial. It's going to be a trial by error type thing, and they'll learn from it. Hopefully, and watch the tape back and be like, okay, this is what I got to work on. These are the things I got to do. So,
And let me ask you this: would you have rather been Devontae's production yesterday, which was what 4 or 5 carries, 100 yards, a couple TDs,
mm,
rather than been uh, Renfro getting busy on top of Hollins getting busy on top of Jacobs getting busy? You did what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'd rather it be Devontae Jacobs rather than it be Renfro who's getting busy over the middle, which kills the clock. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Which totally just that defense out there on the field entirely way too damn long. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Didn't give confidence to a dude like Max Hollins, who hasn't been making a lot of big plays for the Raiders this year. You know what I'm saying? On top of I just think, for what they set out to do, like let Devontae eat, let him get his. You know what I'm saying? We stop everything else around him, and we'll be okay defensively. And I think that was a perfect game plan for them.
yeah. I think they went into it like, you know what, Devontae's probably going to get his.
Right.
If we keep him under like whatever, and he
Yeah.
don't have a productive day, then hey, great. But if we don't, then hey, we'll live off of him
That's,
eating. You know, now I don't think they was expecting Jacobs to go off like he went off because we've been pretty good against the run. But I do think that they were going into the game like, look, Devontae's probably going to get his. So
and I think Josh had a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like last week against the Broncos, you know what I'm saying? He had a big game coming in.
mhm,
Nobody expected him to ball out like that. And consistently in the past, like he hasn't been that dude like that. So to see him have that game, like you just have to say, well, he was running behind his pads. You know what I'm saying? What can we do? We need
right,
this coming from him. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Yeah,
hats off
because it
on
yeah,
it.
because it was a lot of talk about him too. The main concern with him was health reasons and
Mm-hmm.
can he stay healthy.
Yeah,
That was the big thing with him, and
yeah,
I think it's a big year for him contract wise because next year he might not be a Raider, but he might be somewhere else.
yeah, yeah. By them not picking up that option this year, yeah, absolutely.
Somebody like a Buffalo might look at him
Yep,
and be like, "Hey, he can
yep,
come over here and be our running back because their running game's not too good."
absolutely,
So you
absolutely.
never know. The Chiefs might be like, "Hey, we can bring him in."
Others
With the,
man's trash is another man's treasure. Like, come on.
exactly.
It-
So all like I said, all in all, it was a good game, and like I said, there's no style points in this thing, man. I always say a win is a win. You get your dubs. And Andy Reid talks about this all the time. That the margin of error is slim. It's
Mhm.
very small in this league, and
Yes,
it takes 1 to 2 plays to change the course of a game. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Whether it be a missed call, whether it be a pass interference, whether it be a miscatch, interception, just the little things can be the thing that changes up this whole situation. So
And the thing is funny because I was telling you I was watching a couple different things earlier, and one of them was the shop, and Draymond Green was talking about Michigan State could be trash, Michigan could be trash, but the minute that they lock horns, like records get thrown out the window. You know what I'm saying? The same
yeah,
thing with rivalry. Like the Raiders came in 1-3. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't coming to Kansas City to lay down. Like that
no,
record, like y'all could throw this damn record out the window. We finna come in there and try to get this dub. You
yeah.
know, like that's what it comes. That's the beauty of division games. Like they are giving you their best. You know,
hmm Yeah, yeah. And the Raiders were desperate, man.
yeah,
They're coming off a win off of Denver. They
right,
beat the Chiefs. They're right back in the thick of thing in this division, man. So you're right. Anything can happen in these division games. I do tell I talk my trash and whatever how I feel about the Raiders and the Chargers and the Broncos. But at the end of the day, am I surprised that it's
right.
a 30-29 game? No, not at all. Would I have been surprised if we had beat them with a bigger margin? No, I
Mhm,
wouldn't have.
mhm.
These games can go either way. So, but
Absolutely.
of course, Patrick, once he started getting going, Patrick had a really, really good game. He
He
was
did.
29 of 43, 292 yards, 4 touchdowns, 117.6 passer rating, and a QBR of 61.1. And he also, now this was the talk leading up to this game, that Patrick Mahomes had an opportunity to pass Troy Aikman. He had an opportunity to pass Troy Aikman on the all-time
Yeah.
touchdown list.
Yeah.
Which he got that with
Yeah.
166 touchdowns.
Right.
And it's funny, they ain't talk about it on the broadcast.
Right.
Troy didn't want to mention that.
Absolutely. I think one of the best parts about this, that narrative, I guess, with Tyreek Liebman is probably going to be there all year. And no matter what he does, they're not going to be able to shake it. Over that course of Reek being here, Travis has been the most consistent, the most available, in terms of what he provides to that offensive passing game, dog. And when much like everybody else, I think everybody was heartbroken when Reek left. You know what I'm saying? But then you kind of got the idea of Juju coming in, and MVS coming in, and back then Josh was still on the squad, and Reese Fountain, Justin Watson. You know what I'm saying? They had bigger frame wide out, so you was kind of like, okay, I see where this is going. And the beauty of it, you know what I'm saying? He gets to prove that it's not about the big shot. It's not about that 60-yard pass down the field. It's about having complete control of the offense to be able to take a 14-play drive and get it in the end zone and have success and put points up. So we can't get you for 7 or 8 plays and get off the field now. We have to build drives and be consistent against zone coverage, you know what I mean, and take our time and get down the field. But we still gonna get there. They still getting there. It just it just goes to show just how mature he is, how much control over this offense he has, and he's always confident and knows where he's going with the football. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is probably going to go down as one of his best years in the league, personally.
I agree. He's already leading the league in touchdowns right now with 15.
Yeah.
So,
and putting up 4, 5 touchdown games without Reek.
Yeah.
Like he's proven the narrative to be false.
I agree. All right, man. Also, another person, Travis Kelce. Now, Travis Kelce didn't have the biggest receiving yards, but he had 4 touchdowns in the red zone. He was unstoppable in that red zone yesterday. I don't know what the Raiders was doing yesterday, but they just let him run around freely in the red zone.
Yeah, dog.
From the 20 to the 20, they was trying to double team him and lock him down. Then once they got in the red zone, they just forgot about him. It's like whatever. So he
back to show that MVS thing. Whoever getting hot this week opens it up for Travis.
Yeah. So
he ate mismatches and problems.
Yeah. So and he also broke his own single touchdown record in the game. In the divisional round against the Texans, he had 3 touchdowns, which was a record. Now he has 4 touchdowns, which broke that record. He had another record where it was something about having less than like a certain amount of receiving yards and having 4 touchdowns. Marvin Jones, when he was with the Detroit Lions, he had held that record with like 93 yards. But Travis had like 25 yards or whatever like that. So yeah, he broke 2 records. So, all right, Clarence, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I just said he was the GOAT, dog.
Yeah, he was.
Miss props.
And shout out to MVS. MVS had a good game. Shout out to Miko. Miko was running around with the bum leg, with the heel, and he still made some plays in crucial moments. So, Jared McKinnon had a really good game. But let's talk about it, man. Man. It's rough in the passer call, man. It is.
Oh, God.
Right in the second quarter, Chris Jones comes around the corner. knocks the ball out of Derek Carr's hand,
Gets the ball.
Gets the ball in the right hand while cuffing him in the left to make sure he doesn't fall the wrong way. We thinking we got a turnover. The momentum's about to switch. We about to score and go into the half, on fire.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the flag comes out.
Yeah.
Roughing the passer, man. What are we doing, man? What are we doing in the NFL right now, man? First, we got Tom Brady with Eric Gray.
Take it back. Hold on, dog. Take it back. This started with Tua. Take it back.
The Tua situation. This is all stemming from the Tua situation. And the Miami Dolphins, they failed Tua. They did. They failed him because they let him get his butt back. He shouldn't have been back out there against Buffalo,
right,
in the first place. Okay, whatever. Then on Thursday they put him back
short
out
week.
there in a short week, and he gets hurt even worse.
Yep.
So now, all this vitriol is coming towards the Dolphins and the NFL. And what do people do when they get in trouble with something? They overreact. They go to the extreme. So now everything that looks like a slam or a tackle or whatever on the quarterback is going to get flagged.
Absolutely.
And it's just it's ruined. And I agree. It's definitely these calls are going to ruin the NFL.
Yeah.
These calls, they might as well just put flags on the quarterback and just let when the defensive guy comes, he just snatch a flag off the quarter and just count those as sacks. Because this is what a defenders are supposed to do.
Right. But let me throw this other caveat at you. There was at least 2 times last night where 15 got thrown to the ground. On top of him getting thrown to the ground, not that Max Crosby, when I think it was Denzel Perryman flung him to the ground, you can see Max. But Max caught himself on that one. But I think it was back in the first half where you saw Pat slide or get down to something and Max kind of hit him a little bit late. You know what I'm saying? Like Matt or Patrick was getting the same kind of treatment. So if you're going to throw it on one side, you got to throw it on the other. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
You got Max Crosby headbutting Patrick Mahomes when they standing on their feet.
I saw that when he scored that touchdown. Max got in his face. Now Chris Jones got flagged for just saying some words.
Absolutely.
Max Crosby headbutts him and says some words.
Absolutely.
Where's the flag? Where's the flag at, Rev?
Absolutely.
And that's the problem with these refs, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're too subjective on what they see.
Absolutely.
Because everything, and I get it, it's hard being a referee because everything is like this.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? We on TV. No, I'm not defending. Look, it's bad calls, but you got to understand as a referee, you seeing everything in real time. We get the luxury of seeing everything from every angle and every certain angles and stuff, and we can see everything. The ref and the judges and all them, they don't get to see all that. They just see what they see. Now, I do agree with Chris Jones, what he said when he was talking about the situation.
About how they need to go back and review it?
Yeah, this is what he said.
I think roughing the passers, they don't put such an emphasis on that we got to be able to view it in the booth now. You know what I mean? I think that's the next step as an NFL as a whole. If we're going to continue to call roughing the passers at that high of a velocity, then we got to be able to view it in the booth to make sure, because sometimes looks can be deceiving. You know what I mean? From the ref point of view, he probably looked like that initially. But, and when you look at the replay, it's a whole different thing. So I think now to evolve roughing the passer and protecting the quarterback is essentially what we're doing in this league. We got to be able to look at roughing the passers in the booth. You take a look at the Grady Jarrett situation.
I was going to ask you about that. Did you see that one from yesterday?
Of course. It's all over Twitter. And what type of situation that was in the game. That was a third down stop also. And then when you take that in initiative, if we're able to view it in the booth and the referees can get a second look because it's happening so fast, maybe we can change that. Because now it's getting absurd. You know what I'm saying? Now it's causing teams games. I think roughing the
So yeah, man, I agree with everything he said, man. I think it should be reviewable in the booth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
those especially in crucial moments, man. You know, you'll have it could be a playoff game. It could be the AFC
Mm-hmm.
Championship. It could be the Super Bowl. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And and Shannon Sharp said something this morning that I kind of agree with. Let that happen to the Cowboys. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, Jerry Jones is gonna
Yeah.
be he gonna be up in that rule is gonna change by next year.
Absolutely. Hell, it might change mid-season this year.
Yeah,
They can
if
make
that
an
happen,
addendum to it. No.
let that happen on Sunday, and Michael Parsons is coming
Oh
off the
yeah.
edge and hit Jalen Hurts like that. Oh boy,
Oh yeah. Oh
oh
yeah.
boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Y'all
I
think
mean,
this?
it's bound to happen again. You
It
know what I'm
is.
saying?
This ain't the last time. It
No,
ain't the last
absolutely
time.
not. And you talking about this is a Sunday night game, right? This Cowboys game. That's a Sunday night
That's
game.
prime time.
It's
Prime
it's a
time.
Sunday night game in Philly. Philly's undefeated. Dallas got one loss. You don't think it's gonna be a ton of damn emotion, on both sides of the football? So Michael Parsons get a good shot on Jalen Hurts, and he can't pull up on that speed. You know what I'm saying? It's
No,
gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna
because see,
happen.
exactly, the guys like Jalen Hurts. We got Josh Allen this week. You don't
Yeah,
tackle him firmly. He run for first down or a
he running
touchdown.
you over. He running you over. Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, we got to. It's definitely gonna be something to look out for in the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It'll happen again Sunday with Buffalo bust down Mahomes' door. Oh, hold on now, player. Hold on. Whoa now, player. Watch it.
He a Bills fan. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
He got to hold his squad down, bro. I ain't mad at him. Buffalo will get flagged multiple times for roughing the passer come Sunday.
I don't know about that one. Mahomes usually don't get those calls.
No, he don't.
He usually don't get those calls, so we'll see. Now, I would be remiss not to talk about some of the bad things on last night's game. Now, this guy told us he wanted to be the highest paid left tackle in the game. He wanted to get paid, but through what 5 games in, I don't think this dude is worth a nickel. Orlando
Why?
Brown. Orlando
Why?
Brown.
Why is he not
Man,
worth the nickel, Chris?
well, man, have you seen him? Have you been watching these football games?
I mean, who is he dealing with on that side though? What is he getting on that
big
side?
time players make big time plays.
And we've already discussed
That was
last
Trent.
year he went through
If that was
he
Trent
went through that
Williams, we
same
wouldn't be
thing.
having these problems.
But we don't have Trent. We got Orlando.
Exactly.
We tried to get Trent. Trent said, "No, I'm cool in San Francisco. Y'all go ahead." You know what I'm saying? We got what we got, dog.
Yeah.
We got what we got, bro.
I'm just glad they didn't sign that man to no contract.
Hey.
We'll
So
see
what
now.
happens if? So this is the 5th game. So what happens if he go on a 10, 11 game tear? What happens then? What happens then?
Clarence,
What happens? Answer the question.
I'm not saying that the man can't get out the door. I ain't saying the
Okay.
man can't get off the couch and come back in the bedroom. I ain't saying that, man.
Okay. All right. I'll just ask the question, dog. What happens?
I'm not saying he can't come back in the bedroom. But right now
right.
he on his ass is on the
Right.
couch.
Yeah, I agree. He playing bad football right now.
He watching
He
TV in the living
definitely
room.
he definitely playing some bad ball right now. Absolutely.
Yeah. Chandler Jones was smoking his boots.
Hey, Andrew Wiley was getting that work too. Like
but
Max
Andrew,
was handling Andrew.
But look, the difference is we expect that.
No, you can't. You can't expect that. Not when you got 15 back there. You better not have that low expectation of Wiley.
Look, I go into these games and hope Andrew Wiley can hold on for dear life as best as he can.
Please, Mr. Wiley. Please, Mr. Wiley.
Especially with no Trey Smith out there to help him.
No.
To double team Max Crosby, it's Allegretti.
Hey.
I was bound for trouble.
Hey. Max was whooping Wiley's ass last night.
Him too.
They
Yeah.
both sides got whooped on, but I see what you're saying. Orlando has been getting his ass kicked every week, and with the exception to what game was that? The Tampa game,
which is crazy because they got one of the better pass rushers in this league. He's holding it down over there. But
he got a point. He had a point to prove against Tampa. Yeah,
I get. Well, damn it! Some of these defensive linemen need to start calling him out or something, so he can play like that. I'm like Will Smith in Bad Boys. From now on, that's how you drive. That's how you block.
I feel it, dog.
Look, the next person, I don't like dumping on this person because I actually like CEH.
Oh, hell, here you go. What CEH do wrong?
He didn't really do nothing wrong. It was more so the offensive line, but he didn't have a good game. That game, he dropped that pass. And
got hit the back of the head.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention, man. You got to gotta have your head on the swivel, man. But
that one I agree with. I mean, he saw all that grass in front of him.
Yeah,
why
man,
not? You got to turn your head around. You see all that grass.
You got to. That's just awareness in the game.
Yeah, it is.
And I get it. It just wasn't his night. It was a Jerry McKinnon night. I guess that it was just that change of pace, that speed. Jerry McKinnon was probably able to get through the holes a little faster, but I do need CEH to hit the hole just a little bit faster.
Right.
A little bit faster. Maybe he could break a few of those tackles and get through the hole a little bit. But I ain't gonna dump on CEH too much. It's all good. So, but those, that's all I got for the Raiders game, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man.
Sure.
Buffalo's coming to town. Buffalo's coming to town.
Yep.
This is it right here. See, this is it right here. This is this right here is going to tell all the story for right now. Not the whole season, but for right now. Now, it could have implications for the playoffs, for that number one seed. This game right here could be for the number one seed right here.
I agree.
And Buffalo's rolling, man. They rolling. They put the beats on the Steelers, 38-3.
I know, Billy.
Made Kenny Pickett, not, he might not want to play football ever again,
Yeah. My biggest question I want to know is Xavier Rhodes gonna be out there and Tre'Davious White? With them not having Micah on the back end, I mean, they played good football Sunday against Pittsburgh, but we're not Pittsburgh.
Exactly. Now,
and Kenny Pickett is not Pat, so
and
that is perspective.
I have an interesting thing to bring up about Buffalo that I've noticed so far about this team. And look, I'm not taking away. They are a great team. They are a great.
Oh, they a juggernaut.
You got me on record. I had picked them before the season to win the Super Bowl. Did I not?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
But I noticed something about this Buffalo team, Clarence. They're not the same team on the road, man.
So we got when they went down to South Beach, they struggled in South Beach. Slow starting so far.
They went to the Ravens.
Yeah, they went to Baltimore. They struggled. Yeah,
probably should have lost that game.
Yeah,
but they're at home. They're a juggernaut.
Yeah,
all that to say, they coming to Arrowhead.
Yeah,
and Arrowhead ain't like this. Ain't Steel Curtain. This ain't none of that other crap. They coming to Arrowhead, baby.
Well, the thing you got to remember is is last regular season they came in and blew the doors off of us at home. So they at least hold on to that little bit of why they still feel like they should be that top team. Plus, you added Vaughn, and you know what I'm saying. Like they coming in with that confidence they can get this done,
as they should. As they should.
Mm-hmm.
As they should. The Buffalo Bills should definitely come in with confidence. They think they should come. They coming in the Arrowhead to mud stomp us.
And Rashad Fenton, listen, Gabe Davis against Fenton,
Oh my God.
Ooh,
Give me
Lord have
nightmares.
mercy.
It's gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah,
But,
dog.
but we
Yeah,
might
dog.
be getting somebody back.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
McDuffie might be coming back this week.
yeah,
We're gonna need him. We definitely
yeah,
gonna need him.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Because you're talking about Fenton possibly getting matched up with Gabe Davis, hell, or against Diggs. You know what I'm saying? That both of them are going to pose a problem. I would say Gabe Davis a little bit more than Diggs, just because Gabe got some burner ass speed over there, and that's been giving Fenton problems all year so far. But you can't expect a heavy workload out of Trent coming back with that soft tissue injury that kept
Yeah,
him out for so long. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So for me, this is going to be up front.
Of
It's got
course.
to be up front. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be the pressure and how they allow these tackles on a mobile quarterback, a strong, big ass quarterback like Josh next week.
Yeah,
That's what it's got to come down to. Got to
yeah.
get him on the ground.
Well, let's get into it, man. The key
Mm-hmm.
components of the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
On offense, we gotta establishing long drives with the running game. Keep that
Mm-hmm.
offense on the sideline. Keep Josh Allen cold. Do not let them get a rhythm going. Don't let them get that
Mm-hmm.
offense rolling, because that's one thing they do. When they get rolling, they look unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
definitely got to run the football effectively.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whether it be Clyde, whether it be McKinnon, whether it be Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
The running
Mm-hmm.
game has to be effective, getting
Mm-hmm.
4 to 5 yards a clip,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
moving the chains,
Absolutely.
long, gated drives. Another thing,
Mm-hmm.
working the middle of the field,
Mm-hmm.
testing those linebackers and those safeties, especially with no Michael Hyde out there. I don't know if Poyer's playing this week, but no Michael Hyde. I know Edmonds didn't play last week. I don't know if he's playing this week either. But
Mm-hmm.
we got to test that middle with Travis, with Juju, even with MVS, because MVS has looked better in that middle of that field. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
drags, a lot of crossers, a lot of those type of routes across the
Mm-hmm.
middle.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a lot of pick routes too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's another thing. Work the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on defense, we got to make Buffalo be patient with the running game, because that's not their strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
Running the football is not their strong suit. Their running game is Josh Allen. So we got to make them be patient and try make them run the football.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they passing and throwing all over us, then not to say that we can't match them score for score,
Right.
but
Right.
we don't.
Right. Right.
But I don't particularly want to get in the shootout with these guys.
Right. Right. Right.
I want to slow this mug down.
Mm-hmm.
Take as much clock off the thing that we
Off
can.
the clock. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Burn
as
that
we
clock.
can.
Yep.
Burn the
Yep.
clock as much as we can. Another thing, most important thing, don't let Von Miller wreck the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know whose side they're going to put him on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They're going to put him on Wiley's side, man. Lord help us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're going to have to chip. Them running backs going to have to be good in their pass protection.
Slide protection over. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah. But
And Greg Russo too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to your first statement. Our running game is not on the level of a Baltimore, but play calling wise, mixing in some short passes along with trying to be more patient in the running game like they did against Tampa can replicate some of what Baltimore did offensively for Buffalo coming in town. Because if you remember, it was some long sustaining drives that the Ravens was able to get off, and make it a little bit more physical. Granted, it was raining, you know what I'm saying? So it was just an all around nasty ball game in general. But I mean, like I said, with our play calling, the ability to run the ball between CEH and Jarek and Pacheco, like we can emulate some of what Baltimore did to try to slow that down. And I mean, the middle of the field, that's got to come from Juju and Travis, and occasionally MVS making a nice play on a drag route or a deep over or in route or even a comeback route for that matter. It's going to be a challenge, you know what I'm saying? But this is what this team has been looking forward to all year. You know, every game for the Chiefs is a proven game this year. Every single one of them is a damn proven game, dog. You know what I'm saying? Could they do it against Tampa? You know what I'm saying? Can they beat Josh Allen? You know what I'm saying? All of these games are damn proven games for them. And they rise to the occasion and they find a way to win these football games. You know, Von Miller, I think he went down. He had a little bit of an injury Sunday. I don't remember if he came back in that game, but I do remember he got hurt. You know, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Von is one man. You dig what I'm saying? And Pat get that ball out quick, and they're gonna scheme it to protect him, not to leave Pat exposed too bad against Von. It's gonna be this offensive line gonna have to step up. You know what I'm saying? Wiley gonna have to step up when he over there. And Orlando definitely gonna have to play a lights out game. This will be one of those games that they'll go back on in March when he want to talk about a contract. This will be one of them games they'll go back to and say, well, you didn't do it against Von. You did it against Shaq Barrett, but what happened against Von? But you want big time left tackle money. Thanks, but no thanks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it can be done, man. Buffalo is not as dangerous as everybody tends to believe because, and I'm sorry, Bills fan, you did what I'm saying, but last time I checked, we've been to 4 consecutive AFC title games. Last time I checked.
Yes, sir.
For as many strides as Buffalo and the Raiders and the Chargers and the Broncos and everybody has made to try to take this team off their pedestal and bump them off, they can't do it. And until I see it, I mean, it's status quo, man.
I agree.
Sorry.
I definitely got to see it. I definitely got to see it before I'm sitting there like, oh, don't get it twisted. Yeah. We're not saying that the Buffalo Bills is trash.
Oh no, hell no, not even a little bit.
A formidable opponent.
Shit,
y'all
Buffalo
got a great
ain't
team.
No joke.
It's a great team over there, but
yeah, man.
When it comes to us, I'm just saying, you know, until y'all jump over that hurdle.
Yeah, I got to do it first.
We gonna fail.
You don't have a Micah Hyde back there this time. You know what I'm saying? Trey White not back yet. At least I don't think he is. He might come back this week. You got Xavier Rose, but on the other side of that, you got 2 rookies playing. Elam and what's the other kid's name? He's like number 43 or something like that. Those are 2 rookies, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 rookies, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's business as usual.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I'm happy they're coming to Arrowhead because if we was going to Buffalo, I'd be way more like, oh, man.
Absolutely.
Now, another key is don't let Josh Allen beat us with his legs. Don't let us go crazy.
Well, they might.
Because if he gets going with his legs, we need Nick Bolton to be on point.
But Chris, I mean, hell, do you want to risk it and get a roughing the passer penalty? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this plays a part in it now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not when he's a runner.
It'll have to be once he get down the field that they try to light his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, you got to hit his ass. Wrap up and hit him. He becomes a runner when he runs that football.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
So we definitely got to hit his ass. So And one of the main things that I want to see us do more of, force a turnover, man.
Yes, dog. Yes, bro.
We got to get picks. We got to
Mm-hmm.
get a pick. We got to get a fumble. We got to get
Mm-hmm.
something to take
Mm-hmm.
possessions away from Buffalo, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And give us and
Mm-hmm.
give the offense extra possession. Give Patrick
Mm-hmm.
and that offense extra possessions so we can go down there and score.
Yes, bro. Absolutely.
We definitely gonna need some turnovers.
Absolutely.
And the offense can't turn the football over.
No. No. No.
We gotta force some fumbles. We gotta force an interception. We gotta force something. So definitely gonna be something that we gotta get. Yeah, because I can see that. Josh Allen can sometimes, sometimes Josh Allen can fumble the football and he kind of not be aware of the pass rush coming around and definitely a chance. Spags was tripling and not double teaming Adams. Oh, Spags was tripping and not double teaming Adams. Yeah. They kind of put a hat on in the second half. It was just that big pass, in the fourth quarter that really got it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But other than that, it wasn't that bad. So, all right, Clarence, let's talk about a key matchup that you're looking for this Sunday.
Against this Bills squad?
Yeah.
I would say it has to be the entire offense of the Chiefs. It has to be the entire offense. Not starting slow, getting off to a quick start, a hot start like they did against Tampa. Like if they got to get rolling early. They can't wait until late second quarter to finally score a touchdown, to finally get 3 points. Like, no, you got to come out and score and jump on them quick. Put them in a hole. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different from being in Baltimore in that hole. You dig what I'm saying? Arrowhead is going to be rocking Sunday again, like it was last night. Like, it's a totally different environment for Josh. So get out quick, put him in a hole, and don't let him out.
Hit you up on Twitter, contact me about coming on my little humble. Oh, most definitely, man. We in Hollywood over here, man. We come on your show, man. Just hit us up, man. Hit our DMs up. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping through. But most definitely. I would say for us, my biggest matchup would be our receivers. Well, actually, our Travis Kelce versus these safeties and these linebackers.
Yeah, Matt Milano. I was going to say Matt
Milano and Travis Kelce. That would be the big matchup. Probably I'm looking at. If Travis Kelce gets going early, then I feel like we'll have more success, especially on third down conversions. We're definitely going to have to get in a lot of – this is where the running game comes in. We're going to have to get into a lot of second and three, second and ones. If we get a lot of that, we should be able to be successful in offense.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo doesn't try to actually double draft. That wouldn't surprise me.
I think that's going to be the key to every team. They're going to because they know Kelce is the guy. He's the number one weapon on this squad. So
which opens up them one-on-ones for MVS and a Juju and a Cole and a Scott
and
Justin to win.
And see gradually and say what I know MVS has his drops, but gradually he's getting better in each game.
Yep. I agree. I totally agree.
Tampa Bay, he had like 60 yards last night. Last night he had 90. Gradually he's getting better and more comfortable. And Pat's getting more comfortable with him.
Absolutely.
I need him and Juju to kind of be bouncing off each other just a little bit more. We get both of them rolling with the Travis. We're good.
Yep. And shout out to Cole too, man. Like Cole had some big plays downfield last night. Some big plays.
He toughed it out yesterday with
Yes,
that
he
heel.
did.
He's been
Yes, he
toughing it
did.
out with his heel, man.
Yes, he
So it
is,
was,
man.
I know it's good to dump on Miko, but Miko's been toughening it out, man, with this heel.
He's definitely improved from where he was last year, and a lot of that, like I said, I feel like a lot of that had to do with Reek being here
Yeah,
and the lack of production he was going to see week in and week out anyway.
yeah, he wasn't
But
gonna
this
get.
year, like, he's locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? And the dude used to be a DB. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he didn't come into the league with a lot of experience at wide receiver. So some of
No,
the mental errors he's getting and still having, like, that's error. That's human error. Like, he's got to make them mistakes and running the wrong route or whatever. It's just simply because he's still learning the position. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he's
no,
still
I agree.
learning it.
And plus he's going into a system where the receiving position is hard to learn.
Absolutely.
In an Andy Reid system, I
Mhm.
guarantee you, if he goes somewhere else where
Yeah.
the receiving, where the playbook isn't as complicated,
Yeah.
he might be a little bit more productive.
Thrive. Yeah. Yeah.
So that'll definitely, I definitely agree with you on that.
Mhm.
Well, you know how we do it, man. What's your score prediction, man?
Chris, I told you I ain't doing no score prediction this week.
Give us
dog.
a damn score prediction. Stop being scared.
Bruh. Listen. All right, I'm gonna go 33-30.
See, was that hard?
Yeah, bruh.
I'm going 31.
For this week.
I'm going 31-28 Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's nip and tuck. Then in
Yep.
that fourth quarter, we just take over, baby.
Yep. Gonna have to.
For the 99 and the 2000, we take over, baby.
All right, Juvie.
No,
Yes,
but I think we pull it out in the fourth quarter. Do what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do,
Yeah.
and we get this dub.
Yeah.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are recognized as the number one team in the league in the AFC. It ain't no
That
more
ain't gonna
talking.
still happen. That still ain't gonna happen.
If we
Cause you-
put foots to these fools.
Nah, it still ain't gonna happen because you got jokers that's on national TV that won't give him his credit and keep pushing they agendas while Pat's not the best quarterback in the league. They still ain't proved it. And Tyreek, it ain't gonna stop until we get to back out to Arizona and win this ring, dog.
Brother,
That's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take going to Arizona and getting that ring, bro.
Bro, this could be the biggest season of Patrick Mahomes' career. This schedule, I said it before. When
it ain't easy. Mm-hmm.
This schedule, he could have a win. He's already got a win over Herbert.
Yep.
He's got a win over Terrific Tom.
Yep.
He's got a win over Derek Carr.
Yep.
If he wins this Sunday, he beats Josh Allen.
Yep.
Next week will be Garoppolo, which whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then later in the season, he can have a win over Stafford. He can have another win over Herbert.
Yep.
He got a win over Burrows.
Yep.
Like, come on, man.
I totally agree with you. That's why I said, like, this is going to be the greatest season of his career. This one right here is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell people something. Baltimore, listen, if Baltimore has to see Buffalo again, they're going to smack them.
I agree.
Mark my word on it.
I agree.
The Ravens will be the squad that keeps Buffalo from hosting an AFC title game this year. It's going to be the Ravens.
Everybody's dumping on their secondary, but their secondary's young like ours.
Yeah.
Other than Marcus Peters and Humphreys.
And Marlon Humphrey, yeah.
Them safeties are young, bro.
And Marcus Peters not even all the way healthy. Humphrey still ain't all the way back. Like, they still getting their legs underneath them. Both of them had bad injuries last year. Like, get them a little bit more time. And JPP there. And you put JPP and Justin Houston come back all the way from his injury with that kid from Penn State. Oh, wait. I'm telling you right now, Baltimore is finna be right back to being Baltimore. And they already knocked off Joe Burrow.
And I don't know if he can come back this year. I don't know. We also forget about that kid from Michigan that they drafted.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
I'm just
That'd be
saying.
the reason. Bills fans, Baltimore be the reason why y'all don't get nowhere in life this year. Just tell you that right now.
Won't even be the Chiefs. That's a damn shame.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad. I ain't gonna
That's
lie
harsh
to you.
realities.
I'd rather see Baltimore than see the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd rather see them.
Yep. Straight out. For sure.
I'd rather see them. I'd rather see the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Bengals are having the same problem we had last year.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing that too high safety shell on there. We ain't letting you no more over the top with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And
but the perspective of it is that when Pat went through it last year, they still made playoffs. They still won their division. I think that goes to show the difference between being the top at what you do and not being the top. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Joe is still playing bad football and still can't figure it out. That offense can't figure it out. Last year, Pat had by his standards, a bad year, and it was still a great year. Joe Burrow would be lucky to have Pat's numbers from last year at the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be lucky to have those numbers, and he won't. Unfortunately,
no. Mm-hmm. He'll have like 4,200 yards.
Yeah, and I'm not poo-pooing on the Bengals.
No. They're a good team, but they're running into the same problem that we ran into last year with the too high safety shell. We're not gonna let you throw over us deep. And you want to see if you're patient enough, which I don't understand how you're not patient when you got Joe Mixon in the backfield.
But they're not using Joe the way they're supposed to.
I know they're not.
They're not using him.
I watched the one against the Ravens. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
Trying to be cute, trying to shovel pass on the goal line and stuff that they not. Trying to be somebody that they not.
I love the shovel pass like the next man. But that shovel pass is starting to get sniffed out on us. What you think gonna happen to them?
Right. Like, all I can say, good people, is there's a reason why 15 is that dude and everybody else is playing catch up. There's a reason why. Y'all get to witness it every Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Y'all get to see it. Appreciate what you got. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be the flip side of that coin, and we could have a Cooper Rush or a Jimmy G.
Hey, Cooper Rush out there winning, baby.
Cooper Rush wouldn't do. Never mind.
Cooper Rush out there winning, baby. Dak Prescott at the end of that seat, looking hot, boy.
Listen, Cooper Rush wouldn't be able to throw a brick in the ocean if he was here.
They about to trade Dak, man.
Man, please.
Don't let Cooper Rush beat Philly on Sunday. Don't let and Cooper Rush make a couple throws. He make a couple throws to win them the game. Ooh, yeah. They gonna be looking at Dak in the locker room like this.
Jerry can't wait to get Dak up out of there.
They're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna hear a speech from our leader. Dak gonna stand up, not move out the way. Dak, talk about Cooper. Cooper, you got something to say? Nice. What are you doing, Dak? Cooper's got to come up and talk.
Yeah. Now watch these plays change the minute Dak come back. Watch how this offense change when Dak come back.
They ain't gonna run the football like they are.
No, they not.
They ain't gonna run the football. They gonna air it out. They gonna want that
failure.
They gonna want to air them out. They gonna be like, "See, I told you."
Yep. Everything will change.
Poor black
man. They gonna set him up for failure. Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Poor black man.
Paid him all that money. Knew he wasn't worth it. Yeah. They gonna get him up out of there.
They gonna hear the crowd say, "We want Cooper. We want Cooper."
Yep. Then Jerry gonna go in the media. Well, if the head coach would put Cooper Rush in there, let him get the opportunity to try to win us a football game. Watch, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, because Dak had to remind him in the locker room that he's still the leader.
Yeah. That's cold-blooded, ain't it?
He's like, yeah, I'm still here, y'all. We can still get this thing going with the offense.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, with Cooper Rush.
Go sit down, Dak.
CD Lamb, like, no, we don't want you in here, man. This man gets me the ball.
We good, bro.
This man gets me the ball.
Let your thumb heal, dog. We gonna hold it down for you till next year. Next year.
My thumb is fine. No, it ain't.
I bet you can't even hold that pencil right, Dak.
Trying to shake his hand. Shaking his hand all tight.
He over there doing thumb exercises, trying to thumb wrestle with everybody. Come on, who want to thumb wrestle me and shit? Come on. No, Dak.
No. We're going out with Cooper. You're not invited.
Go do some thumb exercises, Dak.
Look, I'm not wishing the worst on Dak. I want Dak to succeed.
No. Yeah, but you can just see the difference in that play calling.
Yeah, they compensate for Cooper Rush.
They did him so dirty, dog. Like
you see a whole bunch of Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott runs, and then they just ask Cooper Rush to make a few throws, just a few throws.
Yep. Which is what they asked Dak to do when he first got there over Tony. You know what I'm saying? When Dak first got there as a rookie, the only thing they was asking Dak to do was the exact thing that they got Cooper Rush doing right now. That's it. That is it. Dak come in last year, first game of the season against Tampa, Dak throw 40-something damn passes that game. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Well, we got the number one offense. Yeah, but y'all can't win no football games. And you got a top-rated defense now. Yeah, now they got a top-rated defense. The Cowboys can play some damn good defense. You got the perfect recipe to win the entire NFC if you just play good defense, run the football, and make the key throws when you got to make them. And you got two quarterbacks now that can do that. But Kellen Moore is going to spread them out and put CD in all these bad positions, Michael Gallup in bad positions. Like, it's going to be bad when Dak come back.
If Dak come back Sunday and Darius Slay and Bradbury and all them have a party on these boys and that defensive line.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That defensive line.
You're going to hear Skip Bayless come on Monday.
Oh, God.
We would have won if we had Cooper Rush.
They'll poo-poo on Dak so quick, man.
And it'll be the demise of Dak Prescott.
Yep. Because Jerry already went on record of saying he would be happy with a quarterback controversy. Like that, I'm just telling Cowboy fans, I want y'all to understand what's happening right now. Like, they didn't want to pay Dak, number one. They didn't want to commit to him. Now you got a quarterback who's making far less than what Dak is making, and y'all winning football games. Jerry don't want to pay Dak. So if Jerry can get out from underneath that price tag, you think he won't? He'll send Dak's ass to Serbia somewhere to play quarterback. He'll get Dak up out of there quick. Yeah, you're always a Cowboy in my eyes. I love you like the sun, Dak, but you got to go to Anchorage to play with the new upstart league up there. You can't play for the Cowboys anymore.
He'll get shipped somewhere. I bet you somebody make a phone call.
Yeah, Carolina most definitely would.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go there, though.
No, he don't. He would want to go somewhere that's a turnkey team that is competitive. Absolutely. If Indy was smart, or Atlanta, Indy would be a good idea.
Because Atlanta's actually playing hard this year. They actually had a lot of games this year. They should have won. They might have should have won last Sunday against Tom. But they couldn't let Tom lose 3 in a row.
No, absolutely not. No, they only lost by 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Atlanta's right there. Absolutely.
Their defense is actually not bad.
No, it's not.
I like that corner, AJ Terrell. He's actually really good. He's a really good corner. Yeah. And great.
Until he try to make business decisions against a grown grizzly bear like Leonard Fournette. Like, what was you thinking, bro? What was you thinking, dog? Stay down, damn it.
I will say this: if they had Calvin Ridley out there, they'd probably win some of the more of them games.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
They don't have their best receiver. You know?
But word is he not gonna be there next year.
I take
They
Calvin
say
Ridley.
he gone. Boy, you better know it.
I take him on the Chiefs.
Sheesh.
I take him on the Chiefs next year.
Sheesh. Yeah, let Calvin come on to Kansas City.
Yeah.
We'd love to have Calvin. Calvin have 1,700 yards next year.
You just can't be bet. You can't bet on the games, man.
Hey man, I think he learned his lesson, dog.
Bet on baseball or something, man.
Yeah, basketball.
Bet on college football. Don't bet on.
For real.
How do you get caught? That's what I want to know. How do you get caught?
Somebody snitched, man. Somebody snitched on him. Oh, snitching asses. I'd be ashamed of themselves.
He was probably the dude that gave him the picks. He was like,
yeah, man.
What's my percentage? And he was like, nigga, I put that in. You ain't getting nothing.
What you mean, we? yeah, man. For real. Like, that's bad, but it is what it is. Somebody go rat on him and get him kicked out for a whole year, dog. And then, because I was asking some Atlanta Falcons fans that be really deep into the Falcons, I'm like, y'all getting Colin really back next year? They was like, that motherfucker don't want to come back to Atlanta. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I got Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. And Drake London.
Yeah. Drake. Yeah.
He said, yeah.
It's bad in Atlanta. Ain't about nothing.
I do like the rookie quarterback that they drafted, Desmond Ridder.
Yeah,
he was a baller in Cincinnati, but
yeah,
hopefully they get him in the game soon. So we'll see.
They got to make a decision on Patterson too.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, no.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and land this thing. Clarence, you got any last words?
Everybody have a great week. Keep your perspective about you. Stay on top of Bill's reports this week. Watch who's practicing, who isn't. Get an idea of what to expect on both sides of the football before Sunday. That gives you the ability to look at it and say, well, this left guard or Saffold is out, or Singletary's not playing, or Moss, or whatever the case may be. That way you can gain an understanding of what they want to try to do offensively and defensively, minus those pieces. And keep an eye on the Chiefs too. Who practices this week? How Cole's heel is doing. The rotation. Look forward to the rotation of Chris Jones and Colin Saunders and Herring on that interior next week, minus Turk. You know what I mean? Do they show the NASCAR? Does Spags roll out that NASCAR? Like, play with all these different variables this week to help you get ready for Sunday. So you're not totally surprised at what could potentially go down against the Bills on Sunday, and just count it down, dog.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know?
Most definitely, man. Yeah, man. It's a big one on Sunday, y'all. So we definitely got to get this dub, man. I definitely want us to win this Sunday. If we lose, is it the end of the world? No, because I still trust this team, even if we had to go on the road. And I know Pat has never been on the road in the playoffs. But I trust this team. By the time this team gets to the playoffs, we'll be a whole. The vibe of this team will be different.
And also, let me add one more thing. Everybody, just like Chris said, it's not the end of the world if they lose this game, because I want y'all to keep perspective. They've already lost to the Dolphins. The Bills have. The Jets are playing a lot better. I mean, a lot better. And it's not a given. Yes, it's not a given that the Bills can beat the Jets no more. Mm-hmm. Like, the Jets are playing really good football. Mm-hmm. Reese Hall is balling for them. Like, that team is playing hard football. Mm-hmm. So this loss doesn't mean, if it not go our way, it doesn't mean that we still can't get that.
Remember last year.
Everything will still be right there for us. Absolutely.
Remember last year they beat us. They started smelling themselves, and they lost the next week to Jacksonville.
And they ended up having to come here anyway in the postseason. So
and they had like a kind of an up and down season after they beat us. That was kind of like their Super Bowl. So
Yep.
So
absolutely.
But yeah, definitely want to get this dub. So all right, Clarence, man, another great episode, man. As
I
usual.
appreciate you, dog. Yes, sir.
Per usual. Now, if you're a first-time listener of the Arrowhead Chief podcast, and you want to just listen to the audio, you don't want to look at our faces. I don't know why you wouldn't want to look at our faces. You know what I'm saying? Especially me. I should be Ebony Man of the Month. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to just hear our voices riding in the car, working out, doing what you do in your everyday life, you can listen to us on any streaming podcast that you have out there, whether it be Apple, Google, Stitcher, Breaker, Alexa Music, whatever you listen to your podcast on, Arrowhead Chief Podcasts. And if you want to follow us on any social media app, you see that right there? At AH Chief Podcast. Go ahead, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to TikTok, and go to Facebook and follow us, man. And we will follow you. We'll follow you back. Because what's our motto, Clarence?
We know Hollywood, aren't you?
Yeah, man. We fans just like y'all, and we want to spread this Arrowhead Chief community big as we can. You know what I'm saying? Y'all representing us. And, we represent y'all as a family because we're trying to bring a family environment up in here, man. So, and we want y'all to rock with us, you know what I'm saying, when we do our lives or whatever. And, once we start getting our core expanded, we can start doing a little bit more like Q&As and things of those natures. We're trying to get more guests on here for every week, try to get, I was trying to work on getting a Buffalo Bill podcast on this week. Maybe if that person that was in the comments, if I knew about it, I probably would have got him on. And we might be able to still get him on this week. But and for future reference, get other guests on here, even other Chiefs, podcasts or whatever on here, and try to expand this thing and give you guys the best content that we can give you guys. So
absolutely,
continue to rock with us. Also, go on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit those likes, man. Hit the subscribe, share the podcast to all your Chiefs friends, and share our content with other people. All right.
Hey,
Till
Billy
next
said
time.
37-35. I see you, Billy. He said 37-35 Sunday.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, most definitely, Billy. I'm hoping as long as it's a win, we don't do style points.
Absolutely, dog. Absolutely.
So. All right, Clarence, man, you have a good rest of the week, man. And check out I'm Not Hating Podcast. We're going to have a new episode. We'll probably record this one this week. Shout out to Ken. Shout out to Kane.
Yes, sir.
About to get this thing right.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.
We gone.
Till next thing, go Chiefs.
Yes, sir.